What I saw as our big goal was to find a way to provide the housing portion of it and integrate it with the service side. We were looking hard to find opportunities to acquire housing, whether that was to purchase it or to lease it, whatever we could do, without incurring a debt that we couldn't support. And we didn't have much money, so we were starting at ground zero because the community had a need to somehow get these families off the street and out of the shelter. We had other people on the board who were much more adept at the service side of it and the programming side. I was more on the real estate business side of it. And that was beautiful about the board. We had different people on there who had different expertise, and everybody let the people do what they did best. That HUD was giving us the opportunity to lease 3 homes for $1 a year. There were all sorts of homes out there, and HUD would acquire them after they'd pay off their guarantee. We tried to purchase properties that we wouldn't incur any debt on. For me, the whole idea of the program has been to take families out of the shelter or out of a bad situation and make them self-sustaining. And I think we as an organization have done that with the organization. It's self-sustaining. We would go out and purchase properties where we wouldn't have a debt burden, and then we would use some of that property to generate normal income to support the rest of the property, and became self-sustaining in that way. If the partners ever were to look closely at that, they'd see that we're leading by example. We're doing the same thing with the organization that we were expecting them to do with their families. Well, more of the same is what I'd like to see for the future. And I think we've met that goal as much as you can. The goal is so huge, the need is so big that you'll never get there. But you just keep plodding along, doing it the way we've always done it. Hands up organization. We give the family a hand up. We don't give them a hand out. We know partners who have ended up on the board, gone on to own homes, have successful careers, raise a great family that give back to the community as well. I remember going into the DMV, and I looked over there, and behind the counter, there's a partner that I remember who was on the board for a little bit, and she helped me, and it's wonderful to see that. One of the things that this helped on when they became teenagers, all 3 of my kids, when they had their teenager parties, they decided they wanted it to be a theme where everybody who was invited brought a gift, not for them, but for Partners in Housing, and then my kids would bring all of the presents down. And they learned about giving and giving back and doing for other people when you can.